Hello, my fellow gamers, Demon Moonbat here, bringing to you another episode of Demon Plays Minecraft. Today I'm getting ready to build a bit of a warehouse because my storage for fishing, which I still need to do, as you can see, well, except for that one, completely filled up. So I think I'll put it over here, where there's a big open area from all those trees I cut down. I'm going to get some things done and then come back to you. And we're back. I decided to put it here, and this is what we've got so far. It's going to be a little taller because, you know, the top ones still need to open too. And there will be a roof on it eventually. Oh yeah, and before I forget, yeah, I'm in peaceful, I know that. But, I don't really like playing with mobs, so when I don't need to, I like to turn it off. Well, another jump cut. Be back soon. And we're back again. I just put down some framing. This is what it looks like from the ground. This is how I typically build. When I can. Another jump cut, and I'll put on the roof. And we're back. I've mostly got it finished now. I need a door and to extend this path over. Now about peaceful mode, you're probably wondering when exactly I activated that. I activated it a few days ago, last time I was playing, because when it just got night and I went to sleep to turn it to day, as soon as I was able to sleep, it told me there were monsters nearby, but I looked and there weren't any, so I turned it on to peaceful and slept and decided I wanted to keep it on peaceful, or at least for a little while, because I got tired of stopping every 10 minutes from fishing just to sleep, and since I wasn't going to be spawning any monsters anyway because, well, sleeping, I decided that I would just keep it on peaceful for the time being. Oh, and over here, not sure exactly where it is. Oh, here it is. So you can see, I lit up down here. I ended up finding a mine shaft and a bunch of dungeons, but when it came time to actually find my way back out, I got lost. At that point, I did cheat a little bit. I went into spectator mode so that I could get out of there. But that's all I used the spectator mode for. And only after I spent at least half an hour trying to get out the conventional way. So I do cheat occasionally, but usually only when I have a more or less logical reason. I'm sure you guys will tell me what you think about that. But, I was tempted to just play in creative anyway, but the thing about that is that creative goes a little too fast. It doesn't take long to build things when you're in creative mode. And so you end up building up a whole world, and it only took a few days. And then you have nothing left to do after that. And the path is finished. This is what it looks like on the inside. So you can see I put the chest up a little higher. But as long as I can still reach the top ones, they can be as high as they need to be. And that's the warehouse. It's just for fishing and starter area stuff. But I may actually incorporate it into the forester's hut thing too. If I decide to add that to this area, since this is a roofed forest. And yeah, I plan to replant the roofed forest so that it can become a constant source of dark oak. But I figured I'd at least chop everything down first so I know what sort of area I'm working with. And if there are too many hills, I might flatten some of them. Because it's kind of hard to have a tree farm on a whole bunch of hills. You might notice too that the roof on this one is dark oak, whereas this one is regular oak. And that there's no texture variation. I plan to leave it like that. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have some variation in the buildings, right? Next thing I need to do is transfer all of the stuff I fished up over there. And let's see. Seems I've got plenty of leather for item frames. So let's go ahead and make as many of those as I can. Looks like I need more sticks. Now let's make a bunch more. There we go. I'll come back to you once I've transferred some over. And I'm back. I've transferred everything over now. This is how many chests have been used up. Those are pretty common, so I put them in separate chests. The other junk stuff, I put in this one. I can always separate them out later if I get enough of them. This is the other stuff. I've got plenty of books, quite a few mending, maybe even enough of the other enchantments for a full set of gear, as soon as I get enough diamonds to make that gear. But I still don't have silk touch, which is the one I'm looking for. So I'm going to fish some more until I get it, or until I get tired of fishing. And I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse to show you some of the fishing. So, time lapse start now. And we're back. I finally got myself a Sip Touch book. That means that after I drop this stuff off, fishing will be over for the moment. Next up will be mining. That too I will put on time lapse for you. Doing this because we're getting into the final episodes of the season. I've only got one more thing I actually plan to build in the starter area. And after I've built that, there will be a delay between final episode of Season 1 and the first episode of Season 2. I'm actually thinking of making a farming town next. With wheat. The whole reason that I was initially planning on making a mining town next was because the Extreme Hills biome is so close by. It's a matter of convenience, really. Alright, let's make our way over there. You might have noticed I have an anvil in the fishing house now. Where's my bucket? There it is. The bucket of water is useful if there's lava involved. Okay, time lapse starting now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.